Last class you have learnt male reproductive system of human. In this class we will see about female reproductive system. This system is more complex than the male reproductive system. Observe the given picture of female reproductive system. In lower classes you have learnt major organs of reproductive system and their functions. Here we will see the structure of female reproductive system briefly. Female reproductive system. This system is located in the pelvic region. It consists of a pair of ovaries, a pair of oviduct or fallopian tube, uterus, cervix and vagina, and the external genitalia. These parts, along with the pair of mammary glands that are integrated both functionally and structurally, also support the process of ovulation, fertilization, birth and finally the child care. Ovaries. It acts as the main female sex organs that produce the female gametes and secrete female sex hormones such as estrogen, progesterone, etc. Ovaries are located one on both the side of the lower abdomen. Each ovary measures about 2 to 4 cm in length. Then it is connected to the uterus and pelvic wall through ligaments. The ovary is surrounded by a thin covering of epithelium, encloses the ovarian stroma. This stroma is divided into two regions. They are outer cortex and inner medulla. Next is female accessory ducts. They are oviducts or fallopian tubes, uterus and vagina. Let's see one by one. First is oviduct. It is otherwise called as uterine tube. It is a pair of long, narrow ducts located on the human abdominal cavity that transport female germ cells to the egg. Provide a suitable environment for fertilization. This tube only transports the egg from the ovary where it is produced to the central channel of the uterus. Each fallopian tube is 10 to 13 cm long and 0.5 to 1.2 cm in diameter. If we observe the fallopian tube in the diagram, the part of the tube that is very closer to the ovary, you can see funnel shaped structure that is called as infundibulum. End of the funnel shaped structure, finger like projection are there, that is termed as fimbriae, which help in collection of the ovum after ovulation. Infundibulum leads to a wider part of the oviduct that is called as ampulla. The last part of the oviduct is isthmus, which has a narrow lumen and it joins the uterus. Fertilization takes place in the junction of ampulla and isthmus. Uterus. It is also called as womb. The shape of the uterus is like an inverted beer-shaped muscular organ. It is located between the bladder and the rectum, which is supported by ligaments attached to the pelvic wall. The uterus opens into vagina through a narrow cervix. The cavity of the cervix is called cervical canal. Cervix along with vagina is called birth canal. Uterus is surrounded by three wall layers. The external layer is perimetrium. Nature of this layer is thin membranous structure. Next is middle layer. It is thick layer of smooth muscle is myometrium and inner glandular layer is called as endometrium. Line the uterine cavity. During menstrual cycle, the endometrium undergoes cyclic changes. During parturition, the myometrium exhibits strong contraction of uterus. Let's see vagina. It is a muscular tube that opens to the outside of female body. It has 12 functions. One is receives sperms during insemination and another one is act as a birth canal. Next is external genitalia. It consists of mons pubis, labia majora, labia minora, clitoris and hymen. Let's see one by one. Mons pubis. It is a cushion of fatty tissue covered by skin and pubic hair. Labia majora are fleshy folds of tissue which extend down from the mons pubis and surround the vaginal opening. Next is labia minora are paired folds of tissue under the labia majora. Partially vaginal opening is covered by a membrane that is called as hymen. It gets ruptured during vigorous activities or during first coitus. A tiny finger-like projection lies at the upper junction of the two labia minora. Above the urethral opening is called clitoris. Next is mammary glands. These are characteristics of all mammals. These are paired structure which contain glandular tissue and variable amount of fat. The glandular tissue of each one is divided into 15 to 20 mammary lobes. These lobes contain cluster of cells called alveoli. The cells of alveoli only secrete milk, which is stored in the cavities of alveoli. The alveoli open into mammary tubules. The tubules of each lobe join to form a mammary ducts. Then these ducts join to form ampulla. This is connected to lactiferous duct through which milk is sucked out.